All right, so I've been taking a lot of time here recently. I've had tournaments coming up, and I've been practicing for tournaments, fishing them, and I hadn't really had a lot of time for myself to just go out and fun fish and explore new water. I decided today I'm just going to come out and hit a body of water that I've only fished one time and try and show you how I'll pick it apart and kind of my thought process in going out and catching fish. Basically, all I know about this joint is the water clarity is pretty clear. It's covered in algae and it has bass in it. I caught a few little ones the last time I was here. So we're going to see if we can catch a few and just break it down as we go. All right, so kind of starting off on a joint like this, I'm generally looking for cover, anything fish can hide underneath. That's the first thing I'm going to. So I kind of stop over here. I notice this is the thickest part of the algae that I can see on this joint, and it's covered in shade. And with this summer sun just right over us, that's going to be a prime spot for bass to go, no matter what the depth is. Even if it's hot, they'll get up under that stuff. I'm going to try covering it with a frog, just because I think that'll work even when it's hot out or sunny. But if it doesn't, then we're going to switch it up to a 5-inch watermelon red yum dinger. And that's kind of that's really my confidence bait for fishing these algae ponds like that. It'll get down there, they just can't resist it. That's our backup to the frog. Just gonna work that frog into those open spots. So over those pads, as soon as I get to an open spot, I'm gonna let it stop and let a bass hopefully get a look at it. There's number one right there. Little guy on the frog. Got him double hooked through the roof. That's a good hook set. Just a little guy, but hey, he's a tug on a line. That's always fun. See if I can get to the water without having to chunk him in. And I wound up changing up my cadence a little bit. I was working it really fast, just a fast cadence. I slowed it down, and I kind of got away a little bit from the real thick stuff. So I'm just kind of thinking in my head that maybe they're not really up under the thick stuff. Maybe they are relating to a little bit of deeper water on the edges of the weeds. So I'm gonna start focusing on that a little bit. Maybe go find some other spots with sparse weeds. Still trying to get my frog situated. Move on down a little bit. And here you can see, or at least I can see, you got a little bit more offshore scuzz. This was completely covered last time I was here about a month ago. So I'm thinking maybe some fish will be down in that scuzz hanging out in that deeper water. That might have been where that one came from. So it's also why polarized glasses are important. You can really see good down in there. You can find those little patches of scuzz you wouldn't normally see otherwise. I can see a line of it right there. I can tell you I wouldn't be able to see it without polarized glasses. Oh, got another one. He just came right out of it. Oh, he come off. That was a good hit too. That was an explosive bite on that fish. Just missed another little one. And as you saw, I've had a few blow-ups on that frog, so now I think it's an opportune time to switch to the Senko, because I know I found some fish, and there's got to be more along that weed line, so I'm going to try and get into their wheelhouse and see if I can get a bite. Clear water, and that red flake will really make this bait, I think, have a lot of drawing power in the sunlight. They can see it real good. Got another one right there. Might have been one that chased my frog a minute ago. It was right about where he was sitting. Another little guy. Love to have hooked up with that big one on the frog. Better fish. Oh yeah, baby. Whew. Little 2-pounder came up and just slurped it right there. Good little fish on the frog, throwing it in that same spot. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's just it's kind of a network of weeds through there. It's just kind of sparse. It looks to be in about 4 feet of water. That seems to be what they're liking right now. Oh, this might be a good one. Oh, stay away from there. Stay away from there. Oh, come on. Come loose. Come loose. Come loose. Come loose, fish. Come loose. There he goes. Ooh, yeah. Chunky mama. Chunky, chunky. Some good fish in here. It's a solid, I don't know, 2.5. It's a good 2.5 pound fish. You can probably see he frayed me up. He got me stuck in that tree. And if they wrap you up in a tree like that, the key is just hold pressure against them. Don't wind down to them, just hold pressure. Eventually they'll swim out like this one did. It's a good fish right there. And I know it pretty much goes without saying after you get one wrapped up, but retie. If you get one wrapped up on fluorocarbon or anything other than braid, do yourself a favor and go ahead and retie. That wasn't on my frog, but it tells us something. Saw him come up and smoke something. I just dragged my frog to it and he nailed it. Got it both hooks too. Missed it. Oh, that's a good one. Another monster right there. Not a monster, but a damn good fish. Whew. He's fat too. Healthy fish. I think I'm gonna end it on a high note on that one. He kind of caved my frog in a little bit. He messed it up good.
They look good around here. The boys are in the parking lot still drinking beer. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get them inside. Sounds like a party out there.